welcome to a sunny Old Trafford for the start of a brand new Premiership season. United's defence of their trophy starts here today against Bolton Wanderers, the opening day of the season. Everyone looks forward to this, Paddy.
Well, it's a local derby, isn't it, particularly for the Bolton fans. They've won the last two games here. Well, they took 5 points off United last year, more or less. So, an important one to win, Steve, particularly the first match of the season.
And the way United have played pre-season, which we've seen, couldn't be in better shape, really, could they?
Well, they could, and tell you something, the conditions here today will suit them, because that's exactly the same conditions as they played the 4 matches abroad in.
OK, all week the team news has been the question of every fan. Let me give it you. And it is the team that started the Community Shield victory over Arsenal at Cardiff. That means Quinton Fortune has been past fit on his groin injury to take his place at left back ahead of John O'Shea, who's amongst the substitutes. It means that Tim Howard, as expected, starts in goal and makes his Manchester United debut. Otherwise, it's the tried and trusted formula. But look at the bench. Jemba is there, as we thought he was. And also on the substitutes bench, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, it's more or less the team that we thought would play. I mean, we thought maybe John O'Shea would have been at left back with probably Quinton not fit. But it is a very, very strong side. They'll be looking for a victory, Steve. And as I say, big moment for Tim Howard as well. He played for the New York Metro Stars, played in the friendly matches. This is totally different. This is a big moment for him as well. And well, with Robert Carlos at left back, Quinton Fortune, he's played tremendous stuff as well. And the one thing about Quinton we know, he certainly puts his foot in. So whoever's playing down that right side for Bolton Wanderers today is going to have a hard time of it.
Well, Bolton Wanderers, of course, who have had their problems leading up to this fixture. Jardel wasn't registered in time. They're signing from Sporting Lisbon. He's not available. And Yuri Djokiev, of course, has a fractured cheekbone. He makes the bench and will wear a protected mask if he enters the first 11. There are 3 debutants for Bolton today. One perhaps is a surprise, a man we've seen regularly in our reserve team coverage, Nicky Hunt, who's 20 next month, makes his full Premiership debut at right back. Their Greek signing, Stylianos Giannakopoulos, will play down the right-hand side of midfield. And Kevin Davis, who they've given a lifeline to, a year's deal, having been released from Southampton, he will be the lone front man.
Well, it's a big moment for young Hunt, playing his first game debut at Old Trafford. Not a nice place to make your debut, but they must have a lot of confidence. Bolton, as I said, winning their last 2 matches. Kevin Nolan playing again, who wasn't really in the team for the pre-season. He scored in the last 2 years here. JJ Okocha, who's a very, very talented player. I mean, it's going to be a 5-line midfield for Bolton Wanderers. Going to make it difficult for United. Well, they certainly hope to make it difficult for United, but I think maybe down the flanks is the place United will have to go today.
A brand new season finally underway then, as United begin their quest for an incredible 9th title in 12 years against a team who were the only side to win here in the league last season. Sunshine is out, full house, full of noise and full of expectancy.
Well, would you believe, Steve, that Bolton Wanderers are the only team in any of the divisions that have beaten United more times than United have beaten them? Strange to imagine, but it's a fact. It's a local derby. Bolton will be up for it.
They have a great record. This is the 101st meeting. Bolton have 40 wins and United only 37. First touch for Giggs. And then for Ngotti, that came off Van Nistelrooy, another big goal kick. Incredible that Bolton have won 40 of those meetings over the years.
Well, that's an amazing record, isn't it? But doesn't give anybody more pleasure to beat United than it does Bolton Wanderers. We talk about the rivalry with City and Leeds and Liverpool, but Bolton...
Could we see him at some stage? That's the plan, I think.
Well, I'll be delighted, Steve, if Man United are winning well and he does come on. You wouldn't want him to come on, because I think the only time he'll come on is if they're losing, and you don't want that to happen.
Campo. First touch for one of the 3 Bolton debutants, Giannakopoulos. And Ricardo Gardner, normally a left winger, playing in the left back position today, the Jamaican. Forward towards another debutant, Kevin Davis, who got a touch, and there's the first touch for Tim Howard.
Yeah, and it's nice to get a touch earlier on when you're making your debut.
Scholes will start on the left-hand side of midfield. Good ball to Van Nistelrooy. Giggs making the run. Still Van Nistelrooy. Laville it was, the French defender who got in the way.
He just must control it there for a second, Rudd. Well, it's started the way we think, with Paul Scholes being in the outside left position and Giggs up front with Rudd.
Roy Keane. Ferdinand, who of course missed the start of last season through injury, having just signed from Leeds. And Those white shirts are already crowded inside their own half, which is exactly the game plan we expected from Bolton. It's the debutant Nicky Hunt, and this is Mikel Silvestre. Fortune, who a lot of people thought wouldn't make it today. Who would have thought he would start the season in the left-back position? Offside. And Solskjaer will do that from the right, drifted, as we've seen.
Yeah, but look for the ball over the top of the defence, Steve. That's what he's very good at, all like in the behind. But you're right, it was a surprise to us all. We thought John O'Shea would be in the left-back position, didn't we?
Kevin Davis is the lone front man, given a lifeline by Salah Allardyce in the summer.
Well, you'll see Pedersen drifting in all the time to support him. Anytime balls like that are played up, Pedersen will drift in there as well to support Kevin Davis.
JJ Kocher is the new Bolton skipper this season. Gudni Bergson finally retired. He put it off for a few years and went back to Iceland to be a lawyer. And Gotti taskling with Van Nistelrooy. An easy ball from Silvestre, just a little too strong for Quinton Fortune.
Yeah, just picked up a little bit pace off the surface.
In marvellous conditions, sunshine is out. Always seems to be a hot sunny day at the start of the Premiership season, doesn't it?
And it's something, Steve, that players don't like. They would rather it was dull.
Let's hope the action isn't dull as far as United are concerned. Ricardo Gardner came off Solskjaer, who felt that one. Out to Nicky Hunt. Davis to Giannakopoulos. Back to Kevin Davis here. Managed to get the cross in, but Ferdinand cleared for United.
No, he does the right thing, Steve. You're not sure what it's about, you get it out.
Moment for this young man. We've seen him in our reserve team coverage many times. He's 20 next month. Nicky Hunt as Nolan prepares to take the throw. Led away by Silvestre. Starting life as a central defender in the Premiership this season. They have got a bit of height from these throws, Bolton. Free header for Silvestre. Warm applause for that ball from Keane, who's got it back from Scholes. Giggs again, a lot of white shirts around him when he received that ball.
Well, they've got five in the middle of the park, Steve, and there's always going to be a lot of white shirts in there.
And Campo really doesn't move too much from that front.
No, he certainly does not. Just as it sits in front nicely and defends empty coming through. As I say, United need to use the wings a bit. That's a free kick, referee.
Giggs thought he'd been pulled back by him.
Well, there's no question. The Gotti holds on to him. He comes and dummies to go for the long throw, and the Gotti holds on to him.
Jaskalainen, who made his 150th appearance for Bolton here last season, coming up to 6 seasons at the club now. Very much Bolton's #1. A big kick from him towards Davis. This is Nolan now. And that's the United throw. Kevin Nolan, who, would you believe, scored 1 league goal last season. It was a disappointing season for him, and that of course was the goal here. Didn't score again after that.
Well, they did well last year, coming down from 1-0, being behind 1-0 to 1-2-1.
What a ball from Butt, straight into the stride of Scholes. Beautifully taken as well, just behind Van Nistelrooy. Almost came to Giggs. Gardner just with the outstretched leg. Yeah, challenge from Butt, not the second time though, according to Paul Durkin. And Campo keen to get on with things. Kocher. Pedersen to his left, Davis to his right. Kocher went for goal, though. And that wasn't going to trouble Tim Howard on his debut.
Yeah, we know this guy can hit them, Steve. We've seen him score some goals last year in the same position, coming in on his right foot. And he really gives us some power behind the shot, no direction. But we know the threat's there if he gets it on target.
And he's had a couple of great seasons managing Bolton at Old Trafford. Unbelievable to think Sam Allardyce is trying to lead Bolton to their third consecutive league win here. His 50th appearance for Bolton today. As Paddy says, will drift in whenever he can. They're playing because Georgiev can only make the bench today because of that hairline fracture of the cheekbone that he suffered.
Well, if you're in his position, Steve, you like to head of the ball, there's always a chance you get another belt jock off. That's probably why he's on the bench.
Scholes. Cleverly done, beautifully done as well from Butt. And back to Scholes. Might open up for him here. Still might. Keane. Out to Solskjaer. This is very promising. Deflected. Very good save from Jääskeläinen.
Well, that's a tremendous save. All he meant the cross. No question about that. But it takes a touch off Gardner. Quick reaction from the goalkeeper. It's good build up by United as well. Just see the touch off Gardner. This is a great save because that's going in the back of the net.
First corner of the new season then, which Ryan Giggs is going to take. Keane will look for the flick on, just over him, headed away by Campo. Keane has a bit of space now, so too does Giggs. That was deflected as well, and that's another corner.
Well, that took a deflection off Campo. Can they make one of the corners count?
This one's gone short to Keane. And back to Giggs, who took it first time. Too much on that. And it wasn't going to trouble the Bolton goalkeeper.
Yeah, lets the defence off the hook as well, Steve. So early in the match, you're under a bit of pressure. And if you're a defender, you're delighted to see that go for a dead ball.
That was very good reflexes from Jussi Jääskeläinen.
Well, it's a tremendous save. Absolutely tremendous save, this. Just takes the flick there, and that's a great save, that.
Giannakopoulos. Tricky little customer, the man signed from Olympiacos in the summer.
Yeah, I think Mikel just did a little bit of pulling there.
And the Greek international is going to take this free kick. Handed away comfortably by Fortune. Back in from a Kocher. That's not a bad ball. Might come to Kevin Nolan. Oh, and that's a very good save as well at the other end from Tim Howard.
I tell you, it's a lovely little chip by Pedersen as well, and he has to save that. I mean, he has to stretch. Poor Kevin Nolan it was. Could have been his third goal here. Great bit of goalkeeping.
Corner towards Campo, and Gotti in there as well. Goes back to a Kocher. Finally United get it clear. Now the break might be on. Giggs at pace, and Gotti for company. Scholes and Butt making their way forward. Away by Laville. Have it again with Solskjaer. Challenge on the Norwegian. Paul Durkin has played the advantage though. United cannot make anything of it.
Well, look at that many players back so quickly, Bolton. And I suppose when you've got a midfield five, it doesn't take very long for them to get back either, Steve. It just crowds out there.
And Tim Howard will feel better for that, won't he? Manchester United debut, good save under his belt.
Well, a tremendous save.
Now let's see if Jääskeläinen can be troubled here. Goes for handball, and Paul Durkin says yes against Florent Laville.
Well, he's got unfortunate there, Ollie, because I think Ollie just tried to chip it over him, and he doesn't get the chip in. He just forgets the ball, Ollie.
And the £1 million signing, who of course had been on loan at Bolton towards the end of last season, has conceded the free kick, for which Ferdinand and Silvestre have made their way forward. One conversation going on between Ryan Giggs and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Will it be left or right foot? It's the right of Solskjaer, and it's a corner. Pedersen.
Yeah, just come off Pedersen, little dummy by Roy Keane. He just takes a flick off Pedersen, nearly went through to Rudd.
Giggs. It's a decent ball. And that was a good header by Bruno and Gotti.
Oh, that was a great touch. He had to. Silvestre and Rio Ferdinand right behind him here. And the Gotti's the important one, gets the important touch.
So another corner for United. Good pressure.
Well, when you have good pressure, Steve, you've got to make it pay.
Plenty of white shirts back, but Keane got the flick that time, and Gotti got the clearance. Away by Campo. Giannakopoulos. He was fouled. Just to clear something up, he has Stelios on the back of his shirt there, which is his nickname, which he's asked to be called in the Premiership, but the Premier League are insisting that you call him Giannakopoulos because he's a seasoned Greek international. That's what he's called all over Europe, and that's what he will be called in the Premier League.
Yeah, and just tripped by Phil Neville there.
Koch's ball in. Giannakopoulos again. That isn't going to trouble Tim Howard. 17 goals he scored from midfield for Olympiacos last season. He scored for Greece recently against Spain as well. Champions League experience too.
Well, we've seen him playing before, Steve, but he had a lot more hair than that the last time we saw him play.
And there he is in November. He celebrates 17 years in charge at Old Trafford.
Amazing. He's by so quickly.
Phil Neville with a throw. Jääskeläinen, who's now the Finnish #2 goalkeeper behind Southampton's Antti Niemi. Giannakopoulos looking for Kevin Nolan, away by Mikel Silvestre. That time the referee agrees that Ryan Giggs was pushed.
Well, a lot of people don't realise how good he is in the air, Ryan Giggs, playing against much bigger fellas. He's tremendous balance and getting balls and flicking them on.
And Gotti wins it back for Bolton. Henrik Pedersen to Kevin Davis. Well cut out by Ferdinand. Van Nistelrooy trying to carve Bolton open. Scholes. Solskjaer is onside. Really good opening. Giggs was sliding in, and Jääskeläinen just about got hold of it.
Well, I think Ryan Giggs is complaining because he thinks Hunt maybe have pulled his jersey goes in, but it's brave goalkeeping by the goalkeeper again, Steve. That's a great ball in by Ollie. Brave goalkeeping by the goalkeeper.
14 goals last season for Ryan Giggs. Thwarted there again by the Finnish goalkeeper. Who, if my memory serves, has had pretty decent games here in the last 2 seasons as well, Jääskeläinen.
Well, all the Bolton players have enjoyed themselves the last 2 years, haven't they? You come and win at Old Trafford 2 years in a row is not bad.
Koch. Didn't play here last season. This is his first game at Old Trafford in Bolton colours. That's a decent ball. And I don't think Kevin Nolan realised how much time he had there for a moment.
Well, I can't believe he's unmarked, Steve.
United got away with that. This is now Giggs. Red shirt streaming forward. Keen to Scholes' right. Onto his left foot. Pulls it wide.
Yeah, he was spoiled for options there, Paul. He wasn't sure what one to give it to, and then at the end he thought, well, I'll have a go.
Kevin Nolan.
Unmarked. Can you believe when the ball's played through him from a Koch? He's unmarked, Steve. All he's got to do is let it run past him. He doesn't have to stop it. If he lets it run past him, he scores. Well, that's not bad. That's very, very poor marking in the penalty area there, and that's lack of communication more than anything.
Gardner. Will he take them on this time? He's found the Kocher, but was back. Solskjaer helping out. Nice touch from Giggs. With already 6 white shirts back. But he's away from Laville here. Ryan Giggs, is he going to have a shot? Still Giggs. He was trying to find Van Nistelrooy, I think.
I just think when he came in on his left-hand side, the ball just ran away from him a little bit. We'll see it here. It's a great ball from Ryan Giggs. The defender slipped, or rather from Paul Scholes. But you'll see here, Ryan, I think he just, when he comes in on his right, just goes too far away from him. You just can't get that final touch.
It's a goal kick to Bolton.
Yeah, it's just the thing with United, Steve. This, more or less, first 25 minutes of the game, their passing's not been as good as it should be. Just the odd 1 or 2 overhit. Just the odd touch that's not as good as it should be. He comes back into his right foot here, and well, it just goes too far away from him and allows the defender to get across.
Phil Neville playing full-back today. Only 2 games in that position in the Premiership last season. The rest, of course, in central midfield. In from Hunt. Chance for Davis. It's a good job he couldn't keep that down.
Well, you've got to challenge Phil. Phil should challenge him. He never challenged Pedersen. He got a free header. He gets a free header, and Rio just wanders away from his man Davis, and if he keeps that down, that could have easily got in the back of the net. I mean, the number of times we said it, even in reserve match, when you're playing against fellas that's bigger than you, you've got to challenge. You can't give him a free header. You can get direction if you give him a free header, and Pedersen certainly got direction there. Got off the hook a little bit, United, with Davis putting that over the bar.
Well, that's probably a couple of opportunities Bolton have had, with Nolan as well. Offside flag is up. Ryan Giggs doesn't agree with the
Yeah, well, I think it was right.
Assistant.
The linesman's had it up straight away, and we'll see here he is offside. And the linesman straight away with his flag is right.
Henrik Pedersen with that in the air, but he's changing his boot.
Yeah, we just saw Ole Solskjaer earlier on doing the same thing.
A lot of players losing their footing out there at the moment.
Well, I think the reason for that, Steve, is the pitches were with him before the game and well watered.
Key. Every single Bolton player behind the ball as Scholes brings it forward. Got it back from Butt. Fortune. Didn't reach Giggs. And now a Kocher for Bolton. Fortune's got to scamper back with Giannakopoulos here. Nicky Hunt. Campo, rare foray towards the final third of the pitch. And back to Hunt. who's looking for Davis. And that time Phil Neville did compete.
Well, I think United, Steve, are finding it a bit difficult actually when they are attacking, because there's not many Bolton players back, and they've got to be a bit sharper with their passing. United, he'll not be happy with the cross Hunt's put in there, will he?
Davis and Ferdinand challenge for that. It's a goal kick. He's got a point to prove, Kevin Davis, and not altogether comfortable at the moment.
No, they could play a bit better than this United. They're not playing as well as they can.
Navil cuts it out. Nolan. Very crowded in the centre of the field. Nicky Hunt's ball in, looking for Pedersen, who won it. Davis will challenge Howard, who was positive. Now Solskjaer. And Gotti first to that.
Well, the passing just a bit sloppy, Steve. They've not got the range out right yet, United. That's not the first bad pass from a United player. There's been quite a few.
And this the Roy on the turn. Unceremoniously fouled by Ngotti.
Well, he's going to get booked for that, Ngotti. He misread the bounce of the ball, Ngotti, and there's a possibility that Rudd was going to get in front of him. We'll just see here, he turns well, Rudd. Yeah, you're not going. Pulls him back.
So it's a yellow card, the first of the season for Bruno Ngotti, the man, of course, who scored for Bolton in the 1-1 draw at the Reebok last season. And it gives a free kick opportunity for the first time in the Premiership. No Beckham, no Veron.
Giggs? You think Giggs? Scholes?
And Nistelrooy's in the conversation as well. It's certainly going to be Scholes or Giggs now. We've whittled it down to 2. The wall is never 10 yards. Durkin is marching them back. We've seen Ryan Giggs score a wonderful free kick in pre-season, of course, against Juventus from similar range. They've moved forward again.
Well, if they move forward the next time, he'll book the lot of them, the referee.
So after that delay, it is to be Giggs. And it's in! Wasn't that worth waiting for? Ryan Giggs, 35 minutes into the new season, opens the Champions account with a hurler of a free kick.
Well, I tell you, Steve, you can see the players there. They're absolutely delighted, and I'll tell you the reason why. Because they're not playing as well as they can. And that goal is a big, big relief, and certainly a big relief for the manager as well, and a big relief to all the United fans in here. It's a great free kick. I mean, you can't get any better than that, the postage stamp, can you? That hits the post on the way in and gives the goalkeeper no chance. But that's a big relief for United, let me tell you, Steve, because they know they can play better. That takes a bit of the pressure off.
Well, for the last 4 or 5 years, he's been overlooked on free kick duties. Well-documented departures this summer. And he might well smile, because Ryan Giggs is back on free kicks, and if he keeps hitting them like that, he'll be on them all season.
He'll be quite smile underneath that chewing gum from Alex.
Bolton looking for the immediate reply, flashed across the face of goal.
Yeah, Pedersen just got a little break there. They come off Quinton. He got the benefit, and the cross across the goal, lobbed in the end of it. I think he hits it too hard for anybody anyway. It's a lovely height. And one of the Bolton players in there attacking it.
Well, they'll know that his side had done pretty well at Old Trafford up until then.
Yeah, they were doing pretty well as well. They'd got United a little bit at it at the moment. But the goal would be a big help.
Nolan block by Key. Let's see Bolton's reaction to that. Nicky Hunt towards Davis, through to Tim Howard.
Yeah, lovely dummy there by Michael Sylvester as well. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Nice control from Van Nistelrooy. Higgs thought he was fouled there. Paul Durkin disagreed. This is Kevin Nolan. And now Sylvester. United, of course, unbeaten in their last 16 home league matches. They've not lost at all in the Premiership since Boxing Day up at Middlesbrough. Only lost 5 games last season in the end, which was the fewest in the league, which was a huge reason why they were crowned champions. They're 1-0 up in their opening game of the defence of the Championship, without hitting any standards we know they're capable of.
Oh, we know United can play a lot better than us, Steve. Just the passing at times, just been that little fraction short. But then again, it's the first real competitive match of the season. You wouldn't count the Community Shield as competitive as certainly this is. This is more important.
Scholes and Gotti in the way. To Davis and back to Hunt. Kocher over the top. And back to Davis. High one for Pedersen.
That's again, Phil's get caught there with Pedersen creeping in behind. He's got his eyes about him. But he's taller than Phil. He's obviously bigger. Going to be better in the air than him. It's another free header. It takes a little glance off Phil, and I think that protects the goal. Watch that ball into the far post.
6 minutes to half-time. Corner to Bolton, and Gotti and Laville both up for it, and Campos in there as well. All the way through to Ryan Giggs. And Rio Ferdinand, what's he doing there? And there's plenty of red shirts forward in this move. Ferdinand couldn't find any of it.
Yeah, it's just a pity he didn't see Ollie. You can't see it in the stream, but Ollie would be a run right through the middle and nobody had picked him up. But I will make excuses for him as a defender. He is usually so good with his feet.
Fortune to Scholes. Again, evidence of what we're saying. Not really got that crisp passing going.
No communication there at all. But it can only get better, Steve.
Scholes. Giggs, the goal scorer. Now Phil Neville, good crossing opportunity. Cut out fairly comfortably by Ivan Campo.
Yeah, a bit across might have caused problems. I'd be a little bit disappointed with the result, but the team's played not bad, Steve. But that won't matter if you're losing.
They've won 16 times in 50 league visits prior to today, Bolton. And they've drawn 10 of them as well. Excellent record at Old Trafford.
See there again, a Yeah, a little stumble by Paul, which is unusual.
Nicky Hunt on his full Premiership debut for Bolton. It's a camper. Too strong for Davis.
Well, as I said, Steve, not playing as well as they can United, but first game of the season, a lot of pressure on players, a lot different from playing in pre-season matches.
Well, cast your mind back 12 months. It was a longer wait against West Bromwich Albion, who, like Bolton, packed men behind the ball. And it was only Gunnar Solskjaer coming off the substitutes bench with his 100th league goal that settled a few nerves. They've gone one up today a lot earlier. It's a similar kind of game, really, isn't it?
Yes. I think sometimes you always find the first match of the season, Steve, especially when it's a hot climate like it is today, it's very difficult for players out there. You can understand sometimes it's difficult games to play. And then again, Bolton playing with 5 across the middle, it makes it difficult for you anyway.
And Gotti's header. Kevin Nolan and Giannakopoulos. It's gone against Silvestre.
Well, one pushing from the front, one pushing from the back. I don't think there's anything in this at all, Steve. I think the referee could have continued playing. There's nothing in it.
Gardner. Now Hunt. Away by Phil Neville, only as far as Campo. A bit of skill from the Spaniard. He's found Pedersen, and it's back to Campo. And that was an important challenge from Phil Neville.
Well, he's made it look good, Campo, as well. Of course, he's played the ball, Phil Neville. There's no complaints from Campo, but he certainly made it look good, and it didn't fool the referee. He shouldn't be rushing out there like that. Gets a nice touch on it, Phil, just to put it for the corner.
He's just gone short to Okocha. Wants it on his right foot. Went on his left in the end.
You can't hit them, Steve. You can't give them room around that box to get a shot in. Look at the power in that as well, even though it's gone over the bar.
Inside the last 60 seconds of normal time at the end of the first half in this first game of the Premiership season. Okocha through the legs of Keane to Campo. Fouled by Butt.
Did catch him. He did catch him, Nicky.
Did make the most of it, though.
Well, he made the most of it. He did catch him, but he made it look dramatic. I said he done that a few minutes ago when he tried to claim the penalty or tried to get a penalty kick.
1 minute of added time at the end of the first half. Kevin Nolan for Bolton Wanderers. Okocha. Still Okocha. Oh, and the header came in from that man again.
Yeah, it's a great ball, I'll tell you, from Okocha. Yeah, Nolan gets in front of everybody. Can't really direct it. It's a great ball with the outside of the foot. He just gets in front of Quinton, and it's past the post, thankfully.
Well, it's not been vintage United by any stretch of the imagination for the first 45 minutes of the season, but they lead by a goal to nil from a peach of a free kick from Ryan Giggs after 35 minutes, opening the champions account. Bolton, though, have had chances. Nolan and Kevin Davis will feel they should have done better. Thankfully for United, they didn't, and it is United who have the half-time lead by a goal to nil. Welcome back to Old Trafford. No changes from either side at the break. A reminder that United have 2 new boys on the substitutes bench today. Eric Jemba and Cristiano Ronaldo. And with the heat out there as well, you might expect all 3 substitutes to be used today.
Possibility of that, Steve.
It's an important challenge from Laville. Kevin Davis. Too strong for Kevin Nolan. What will have here said at half-time then?
I don't think I'd be too pleased with what went on in the first half, Steve. We'd just be looking for the passing to get a lot better than it was in the first half.
They'll come to Van Nistelrooy inadvertently. Solskjaer wants it. Here he is. Just overrun it again, allowed Ngotti to make the challenge.
Well, the number of times that's happened to United players today, just a heavy touch rather than anything else, Steve. Oh dear me, makes that dramatic again, doesn't it?
Good referee. Bolton now building with Nicky Hunt. Into Pedersen. Into Nolan.
Yeah, that's a good ball from Hunt into Pedersen. He doesn't get his foot round this enough. He's trying to hit this with the outside of his right foot, but he doesn't. Good little build-up by Bolton. Doesn't get enough on it. Past the post.
Not many players scored 2 years running at Old Trafford. The unthinkable is for him to find the back of the net again today. He's had a couple of good chances now.
Good challenge by Paul, but I still find it a little bit difficult United to get the passing going.
Lovely again from Solskjaer. That wasn't bad either from Van Nistelrooy.
So again, the heavy touch, Steve.
Ferdinand's got to get a touch here on Henrik Pedersen. Campo. Now Kevin Davis. Into Nolan. That was deflected. Nicky Butt that was, heading it back to Tim Howard.
I'm not so sure, Steve. I thought maybe this lad got ahead to it. Just a little bit danger there for a moment. I think he got the final touch on it. You see as it comes in here, it bobbles up, and I just think Giannakopoulos just gets a touch. Goalie had to be alert.
Well seen, just ahead of Butt. Still has his debut clean sheet intact. 24-year-old Tim Howard. What a moment this is for him today. 5 years at the New York Metro Stars, and he's certainly making a debut for the Premiership champions in front of 68,000 people. Keane. Oh, lovely touch from Solskjaer. Can Butt keep it in? But he couldn't get the touch he wanted.
Oh, and Ryan Giggs is just a little bit unfortunate as well. Good play by Okocha. Oh boy, that wasn't called for. He should have taken his time. He didn't realise the time he had there. He could have pulled that down, Roy. We see here he gets in front of Campo. He's got plenty of room there. He doesn't need to do that, but he does over the top.
19 months since we last saw a league goal from Roy Keane at that end against Blackburn Rovers. There's Keane in his defensive duties. Campo. Davis. Fortune got something on that. It's still come to Giannakopoulos. Time for Silvestre. He missed 4 games in the Premiership last season. Consistent member of that United team. No free kicks as Paul Durkin. Campo for Bolton. Now Nolan. It's in towards Davis. Ferdinand just in ahead.
Yeah, still a bit scrappy from United, Steve. The pass is not the way we would like it. Yeah, an important touch there. Pedersen's a threat in the air in the box all the time. He knows they can play better than this.
Have won their last 3 opening fixtures. They've not lost on the opening day for 8 years. That infamous day at Aston Villa. And in fact, they've only lost 2 opening day fixtures since the Premiership began, including the very first at Sheffield United. So they've got a good record starting the season. And 1-0 up here in somewhat scrappy fashion. His 250th Premiership appearance for Manchester United today. So that didn't find the red shirt again.
Yeah, they're not in sync at all, United, either, are they? They're running one way and the ball's going the other.
This is a Kocher. Wants to hit it. Good take from Tim Howard.
That is a good catch, Steve. If that comes off him at all, Pedersen's in on top of him. He hits this well. If he mishandles this, Pedersen's right in on top of him. Yeah, good save by the goalkeeper.
Silvestre in front of those crossfield left-footed balls that he plays so well. Solskjaer's kept it in. Was unlucky not to win the corner in the end. And Bolton are going to make a switch. Mane wasn't fit enough to play the 90 minutes. He's about to put his mask on to protect his cheekbone. And come on, Yuri Djokiev.
It'd be interesting if they're going to approach the game with a different formation, Bolton.
Keane driving forward. And Nistelrooy, 5 waiting for the cross. For once he could be the provider here. Cut out by Laville, corner United.
Yeah, a little bit danger there. Laville does well to cut the cross out. Lots of United players in the box. There's 4 in the box now, but Laville just gets a foot out and corner kick.
Giggs, the man who scored from a set piece, is going to take this corner, which Ferdinand and Silvestre are up again. Silvestre, who was challenging.
Yeah, we saw him score last week at Cardiff. Just gets his foot to this, but he can't guide it towards the goal.
So the man in the mask is Yuri Djokiev, and he is coming on for the 32 minutes left in this game to replace Henrik Pedersen.
Well, he just wonders, is there going to be a bit more adventurous, Sam, and push another forward up? That's where he's running to anyway.
It's his 50th appearance for Bolton today. He's beginning his 3rd season, having signed from the German club Kaiserslautern. 35. But still plenty of intelligence upstairs. Yuri Djokiev.
Yes, it certainly is, and that's a good ball to start with. And I must say about Mikel Sylvester, he's been tremendous in the air today. Every high ball that's come up, he's won it. Particularly he's against Davis, who's a lot taller than him.
Nolan up against Sylvester. Giannakopoulos. Kocha. Howard needed a second touch, but he was very quick to get up.
Yeah, good save by the goalkeeper again. This fella, you can't give many runs, Steve, because they certainly can't hit them.
Still far from comfortable. The first afternoon of the season for United at the moment.
Yes, it is a 1-0 lead, Steve. Is not enough, is it? Yeah. This is the foot he's just been whacked on as well.
Last few seconds of the season opener. Look at that cross.
Dear me, that's a magnificent cross.
And that is a high way to end the season opener. The scoreline, in all honesty, will not reflect the way the game's gone for Alec Ferguson. It was a little pensive for 73 minutes because they only had one Ryan Giggs goal until then from a free kick. Then he added a second. That after Ruud van Nistelrooy had a penalty save. But he got on the score sheet in the end. So too did Paul Scholes. But it was all ignited by the introduction on his debut of Cristiano Ronaldo. 2 weeks ago, no one had heard of him. One thing is for sure, everyone knows about him now. He played a part when he came off the bench, all right. Far more comfortable when he was in the team. And United have, on paper, a comfortable start and a clean sheet as well. United 4, Bolton 0.
Probably slowed the pace of the game down too much in the first half. We knew they were going to sit back and counter-attack from there, but in the speed of our passing had to improve, and I think we did a bit better in the second half.
And a reminder from Ryan, you're still going to be very much a threat from free kicks.
Well, Ryan used to take him when he was younger, you know, obviously, but he's back on and he's delivered twice now.
I think what everyone will be talking about tomorrow is the introduction of Cristiano Ronaldo. Was that a conscious effort to, are you always going to go that early with him, if I give him half an hour?
Well, I felt that the penetration he could give you was an issue, and though I don't think Ole or Nicky had a bad game. I think they did well. I think they just made a difference to us.
He's only had a couple of days training with you, but it's a long time probably since you've seen a debut like that at Old Trafford, isn't it?
Marvellous debut, it was unbelievable. And I think he's only a boy, you know, and I said we've got to be careful with this. He's a young lad, he's going to the full squad in Portugal. I think it's a good thing actually for him to go there, because he'll be able to talk to people like Luis Figo and Rui Costa, and that experience he'll get there and talking to them in his own country will be invaluable for him when he comes back to us.
So United kicked off the 2003-2004 campaign with an impressive 4-0 thumping of Northwest rivals Bolton. The Old Trafford faithful also got to see the first of many stepovers from Portuguese whiz kid Cristiano Ronaldo. That's all we've got time for tonight, but join us again next time.